Don't call it a comeback. Drac's been here for years. I'm Sasha Pearl Raver, and this is Screen Junkies News. Dracula is making his way back to the dark universe, and he won't be alone. In an interview with Fandom, director and producer of The Mummy, Alex Kurtzman, divulged even more details about Universal's Monster Mash. Joining Dracula will be two very familiar characters, the Hunchback of Notre Dame and the Phantom of the Opera. Let's hope somebody breaks into song. Tom Cruise, I'm looking right at you. Well, here to talk with me about all things Dark Universe is Danielle Radford. Hey, girl.
Oh, hello.
We could sing this entire thing, but we're not going to. You're welcome. So, Dracula coming back. Dracula, who was just here? Dracula was here in 2014 in Dracula Untold, starring Luke Evans, which holds a 23% on Rotten Tomatoes?
23% on Rotten Tomatoes.
23% on Rotten Tomatoes. So Kurtzman said straight up, like, Dracula Untold was never supposed to launch the Dark Universe.
Okay.
It just happened to be interesting timing. Luke Evans is not going to be back. Nope. He will not be returning to be Dracula. So what do you see all in here?
I mean, Dracula is obviously like one of the most popular and recognizable of all of those monster dudes.
Sure.
And like inherently the sexiest of the monster dudes. So, I mean, if you're going to talk about doing the Universal monster movies, of course you're going to like include Dracula.
Right. But since you just did Dracula and it didn't really perform, how do you do it right?
I mean, we haven't confirmed that there's going to be a reboot. So we just know that he's going to be involved. My guess is, yeah, you do a reboot.
I'm sorry,
you do another
Gary
Dracula.
Oldman, like, why can you not just stick it with the Gary Oldman? Because the Bram Stoker's Dracula is a what for me.
It is, but I don't think it's Universal. And it's got to be, they're doing stuff. That's why I know people are a little surprised about the Hunchback and about Phantom of the Opera, but they have old school Universal monster movies.
Phantom of the Opera, played most recently by Gerard Butler in 2005, which holds a 32% on Rotten Tomatoes. Emmy Rossum, beautiful singer, and Gerard Butler doing the Phantom.
Gerard Butler has also been Dracula.
Oh, right. Yeah. Consistently, though, with each announcement for the Dark Universe, I just go, what is happening? What is happening? What is going on? Now the Mummy is tracking lower than before. The Mummy right now is tracking, it was at 40 million, now they're tracking it at 35. Wonder Woman's gonna blow out the Mummy. Tom Cruise is expected to do well overseas, which I guess is why they're making these movies. But I feel like if the Mummy tanks, how do they make sure that the Dark Universe goes in the right direction?
That's going to be super interesting because
I like that face. That's the face of Tom Cruise waking up on Monday going, we made 32 million? We're supposed to be in charge of launching the Dark Universe? Oh man. Oh, it's going to be rough.
Oh, Tommy. So we have a quote. So way back in December when they were doing the trailer premieres, because trailer premieres are a thing that happen now. You guys I've been to a couple. They are as cool as they sound.
They're actually pretty cool.
They are actually pretty cool. So way back then, Kurtzman told reporters at the Mummy trailer premiere, I believe strongly that the only way you can build a universe is not to start by trying to build a universe. If you want to get there, the only way you're going to get there is if the audience allows you to get there. And so where do you go from here? Are they going to kind of see what happens with the either the overseas and the foreign market and their love of Tom Cruise? They've already have so many things that they're planning. You know, there's the Invisible Man. There's talks about Angelina Jolie joining in. Right. So do they just forge ahead and kind of knuckle down and say, well, we can't keep, they can't keep saying, oh, that movie doesn't really count. Like they're now, because everyone kind of did assume, and I don't know that anyone before Kurtzman said that back in December, or said that a few days ago about how Dracula wasn't supposed to be part of it. I don't know that I ever heard anyone say Dracula wasn't supposed to be part of it. I'd always heard that it was supposed to be.
Sure.
And so now do you go back and say like, oh, we were just kidding, the Mummy's not part of it too? Or do you forge ahead? Or will the Mummy wind up surprising us? It could.
I'm seeing it tonight, I will tell you in a little bit, but they're bringing in a lot of actors that we would expect would be automatic box office draws. They're talking about Michael Fassbender. They're talking about Jennifer Lawrence. They're talking about Charlize Theron. Like you said, Angelina Jolie. Angelina Jolie, who I guess we expect would be the Bride of Frankenstein. Who do you see Jennifer Lawrence playing?
Yeah, I don't see. These are all. He's already talking about this wish list of like these people that he wants to work with. We don't know that any of these people want to. We should be real clear. There's nothing. This is him saying like, these are the people that I want to bring in.
Right.
Which, I mean, everyone wants to bring in most of these people. The only one, you know, Michael Fassbender, I think could make a very compelling Dracula. That's my choice. I want Jennifer Lawrence as the Hunchback of Notre Dame. I want her to stretch herself. I want her to see where else she can go.
That I like. That is interesting. Like a gender fluid Hunchback where, you know, maybe she's saving women, maybe she's saving men, maybe she's just like, but I'm more than just my beauty. I would watch that movie.
Hunchback of Notre is a dom.
Yeah. Oh, she's a dame girl.
Oh, she's a dame.
Although there was also a great pitch that this is a crossover with Rudy. And it's they're rebooting Rudy and the Hunchback of Notre Dame
So you just put the Hunchback of Notre Dame at Notre Dame University.
Do you think Gerard Butler is bummed that he has not been discussed to come back as the Phantom?
Oh, I'm sure.
Do you think they would? Or do you think maybe that's what Gerard Butler, or I'm sorry, what Michael Fassbender would be?
I keep seeing.
Does Fassbender sing?
It's not a singing movie, but you expect it to kind of be a singing movie.
What do you mean you're doing Phantom of the Opera and you're not singing?
I don't think that it's going to be a songy. It's not the musical.
I'm running out of things to throw. The Dark Universe is going to make my head explode. The Dark Universe is going to make my head explode. You guys, what is going on here? If The Mummy doesn't do well, the Wolfman as The Rock, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, Russell Crowe. I get what they're doing, but I just feel like if Kurtzman is true and you can't force a universe to be a universe, then why are they Transformersing us?
Do you think they just have too much invested at this point and that they keep saying this is going to happen, this is going to happen, this is going to happen, and they maybe keep hoping, well, the next movie will be the one that connects with people, the next movie will be the one that connects with people. And it is worth noting that the first Iron Man did good numbers, but it didn't do like the crazy numbers that the Marvel Universe wound up doing later because it was kind of the introductory movie.
Okay,
maybe the Mummy finds a home in streaming. Maybe people discover it later. You know me, I always want a movie to be good. I always want a movie to be good. I want that movie to work.
Here's what I want. Get rid of the PG-13, go really dark. If you're going to do the Dark Universe, make it legitimately dark, which means you're not putting The Rock in as the Wolfman because The Rock doesn't do dark. And you make it truly gritty.
Oh, look at that face.
I love The Rock. I love The Rock. I just don't think Dark Universe when you say The Rock. I think Jumanji. I think Baywatch. I think The Fast and Furious.
Any movie with Kevin Hart.
You know what I want? I want them to take this and make the Dark Universe like, give me lots of blood. Make this Dracula really sink his teeth into me. And with that, we want to know what you guys want. What do you want from the Dark Universe? Let us know in the comments below. Tweet us at SJ News. Make sure to like and subscribe. Try to be more positive than I was this time around. Sorry, guys, I got grouchy. Click here for more Screen Junkies news. Yay, Dark Universe! What do you mean they're not singing?